Hello, everybody. This is Tanya Barbie of I Am Still a Rose, in spite of it all. I'd like to talk to you all tonight about change. Change is good for the soul. But do we really want change? Have you really thought about it? We all complain about things not going the way that we want them to go. It always means we have to do something different. Doing something different means we have to make a change. So, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Tanya Barbie. I'm a writer, I'm an author, I'm a podcaster, I'm on YouTube, I am I'm a speaker. I'm all over the place. And I got into this because of bad relationships, bad marriages. And I wrote about my story and I decided to publish it. And as a result of publishing it, I got a lot of questions. People wanted to know, how'd you do this? How'd you do that? How did you get through it? And I just talk about it and I share my pain with the hopes of helping you with your pain. So as a result of that, I'm Still a Rose came about. And we've been going strong ever since. So I won't keep you long. I just wanted to talk about change. And we all say we want it. We all say we want to do better. But do we do better? And we don't in a lot of cases because it requires us to do some things differently, which is make some changes. So let's start off with, so you want to change, how, and what are you doing to make those changes? For instance, you say you want to be a better parent. Okay. How so? How do you think you can be a better parent? Well, I know I have a tendency to say, I need you to do this, I need you to do that, I need you to do this, and I need you to do that. Well, a lot of times our children need to hear us say, hey, good job with this. Can you also do this for me? Yeah, you did a great job cleaning up your room. Can you also take out the trash? Instead of, you didn't take out the trash, but you didn't acknowledge that the child did a good job in their bedroom. So a lot of times we have to balance the criticism with the positive. And if you want better results, you got to give better results. You got to praise them. You got to sandwich the good and the bad and the ugly so that they'll feel better. And that will probably help them do more around the house. And that's one way we can be a better parent. And if you've been yelling and screaming and you know it has nothing to do with the children, it's more so about your job, you're going through some things, it's finances, and you're yelling and screaming at them. When you realize you're yelling and screaming at them, we all do. We all come to the conclusion, why am I talking to them like this? Just apologize and say, I'm sorry, I had a bad day. And these are ways that we can change. Okay, a job that you hate. Why are you on that job? You got to make some changes if you want to get off that job. Have you updated your resume? Have you sent your resume out? Have you let some friends at first look over it to make sure it's up to par? Have you talked to mentors? Have you gotten any mentors? Have you created a plan for yourself? I want to be here in 5 years. I want to be here in 10 years. I want to be here within 15 years. Have you written out a plan for your life? If you haven't, but you're tired of your job and you're not making any steps to get a better job, then you got to make a change. If you really want to do something different, you got to do something different. But that requires making some changes. If you want that better job, you got to do some things to get that better job. You got to hone in on your skills. You got to update that resume. You got to talk to mentors. Have friends who are where you want to be. Have colleagues that are where you want to be. And always find a mentor. A lot of times we don't even mentor each other. I was told that some lady asked somebody to mentor them, and they told her they didn't have time. So they're so important. They can't reach back and help those. And I know good and well somebody had helped that person who said she didn't have she didn't have any time to be somebody's mentor. Shame on anybody who won't look back and hold their hand back and pull them up to where you are. Shame on us. We just don't help each other. But do your best to find somebody who can help you to get where you want to go. And what I've learned about life is if we take that first step, things usually do line up. They may not line up the way that we want them to line up. They may not line up directly in the way that we want them to. But if you think about it, the times when you have said, I'm just going to do it, I'm just going to go for it. I don't know how it's going to turn out. I'm just going to go for it. Every time I take that first step, now I fall a lot, but every time I get back up and I take that step, it's like things come into place. Not necessarily exactly where I want to go and how I want it to happen, but things fall in line. They get in sync in a positive direction when I take that first step. So if you want change, you got to take those steps to get that change that you desire. And you got to have that dream. You got to want it so bad. But you will not get it. I know so many people who say, I sure wish I could do this. I sure wish I had this. I sure wish I could get that new car. I sure wish I can get that new house. No, wishing doesn't get it. You got to apply yourself. You got to put forth the effort to get those things that you want. If you want to change, you got to be that change. For instance, I've been in a townhouse for 20 years. Didn't sign up to be in a townhouse for 20 years. I've always wanted a big yard, so I'm a country girl. So my grandkids, because my kids are grown now, except for my last one, I want them to have a yard they can play in. So I decided, and I'm 57 years old, that I'm going to go for it. Some people, guess what some people are telling me? Girl, you too old. Girl, you about to retire. I wouldn't be getting myself in all that debt. Girl, you out your mind. You got a nice townhome. Why can't you just stay there and die off there? Why don't people, if they don't tell you something positive, why do they say anything at all? I don't understand that. But I guess because we share our goals, be careful who you share your goals with. We share our goals with people that we are close to, and we anticipate them to say something positive. But a lot of times they do not. I was told I was too old, don't make sense. I'm ready. I should be settling down. I'm getting too old to be going up and down steps. I just turned 57. You think I'm 97. They said you're not going to want a house. If you got to go up and down the steps, I should be finding a 2-bedroom, calling it a day. Don't do it. Don't get in all that debt. Just don't do it. So be careful who you share your dreams with. A promotion you want. Think about that. A promotion. You got to get yourself in order. for that promotion. A lot of times education can be free. You can go right to the library and get, before I got my MBA, I went to the library and read books about MBAs. There is even a book out there, and I have it somewhere in my house. Um, Everything an MBA student needs to know. Can you believe that? And I read that book, and it prepared me for getting an MBA. But my point in that is I never stopped learning. I'm even thinking about going back to school to get a doctorate. I always want to keep that mind refreshed, because the moment it gets stagnant, the moment negative stuff gets in there. And I like to change my channels from negativity, because I've had a lot of negativity happen to me. I like to change that channel to something positive. And if you keep it filled up with positive things, how are you going to have time for negativity? How are you going to have time to even entertain something that's happened to you bad when you got homework to do, or when you got to finish a chapter, or when something you're reading and learning is you're able to apply that to your current job to prepare you for that promotion? And as we said earlier, you're hanging out, you found a mentor, you found somebody who's at the job that you want to be like them, and you start hanging out with them, you start learning from them, you start shadowing them, you start asking questions until you get where you want to be. But to sit back and hate on the person that's where you want to be, that makes no sense. Don't hate on anybody who's where you're supposed to be. Because as I say, on a lot of my lives, God has blessed each one of us with talent. You might can't write something, and I can write something, but you can go to a bank, be a banker, be the best in the business, and I need your services because I can't count money. I need my calculator. So we all have been blessed with gifts, every last one of us. And if you don't know what your gift is, if you spend time with the Lord and praying, and you spend time with yourself and hearing what all your friends are saying, yeah, you're good at this, you're really good at that. If everybody's saying you're good at something, that's your gift. And you need to start using it, because that gift is supplying us with what we need to be supplied with all the goods we need to take care of ourselves and our families. But a lot of us never tap into our gift because we're afraid. We're afraid to change. We're afraid to take the first step. We're afraid to go out there on faith and just make it happen. Now, I've been wanting to act and write for 35, 40 years. I wanted to be in radio when I was in the 11th grade, but I didn't think I was articulate enough until I heard Steve Harvey. And I said, oh my gosh, I could have been on the radio. And as a result of that, I'm on the radio. I took that step. I'm on WBGR. So I'm telling you that the dream was always there in my heart. And I had all the excuses of why I don't think it'll work out, but it never left my heart. But it became into fruition the moment I took the first step. I stepped out there. I stepped out on faith. I made it happen. I stepped out. I made a change. I said no more of thinking what's not going to happen, thinking what I can't do, thinking about the negative side. What if? I thought about, let's just go for it. Let's make it happen. And you can do it too, because each one of you have a talent. Each one of you have a talent that the other one does not have. Good evening, Dennis. So let's go for it. Let's be that change that we want in our lives, because we got to be the best that we can be. Don't settle for mediocrity. Go for the stars, because you can do it. I'll never give up. I will always, no matter how down and out I get, I'm going to get on live. I'm going to get on YouTube. I'm going to go to the radio station. I'm going to go to that job, because that job supplies me with what I need to do the things that I want to do until such time I may not need that job. But but right now I need it. So I'm going to put my best foot forward. And if I don't like a job, I'm going to be filling out those resumes to do everything I can to get in another job. And if I don't like that one, it's okay to update your resume again and go back out there again. Don't ever shortchange yourself, because life is too short. Life is too short. Do not shortchange yourself. A new venture. Just say you want that business. Some of you can cook better than an executive chef who's making over seven figures a year. And you want your restaurant. You have everything that you need except funding. Why won't you start small? Get a food truck, or make dinners in your kitchen and sell them. Why won't you go back to school to get your food license? Take those small steps to get where you want to be, but do what you can to get that restaurant. Write out your goals and objectives to get your restaurant, and pray about it, and take those first small steps. And I guarantee you, yeah, you're going to have bumps in the road. As I said a while back on a live, I did the title was a roller coaster. I'm going to do it. We got a newsletter coming out this week about the roller coaster. Our life is a roller coaster ride. 1 minute we're going smooth sailing. The next minute we going in turns, up and down and all around, backwards. You're going in every direction imaginable. That's life. But you just hold on. You don't stay in the backwards. Not if you're holding on and you're keeping that funnel vision of, I'm getting to the prize. I'm going to get to that prize. That's what we have to do. You can get it. Losing weight. We can't lose weight if we're eating everything we want to eat. I can't lose weight if I'm in the bed with Haagen-Dazs, watching Lifetime, saying I'm going to eat just about 5 teaspoons. And then I say, oh, let me eat another 5 teaspoons. Oh, it's so good. Let me eat 15 teaspoons. Next thing you know, you done ate the whole thing. And now you wonder why you're sick. Now you wonder why you done gained 5 pounds. Now you wonder why you done gained 10. We got to watch what we eat. We got to drink a lot of water. We got to walk. If you're not doing anything else, walk. Today it was so hot outside. We did 2 miles. That's all we could do outside. But we would also run in spurts. Every so far distance we would walk, and then we would go further, we would run, and we could only do 2 miles, but it made me feel so good. But it ain't gonna do me no good if I don't keep it up and be consistent about it. Anything that's worth having, we have to be consistent with it. We have to be consistent. It's nothing wrong with eating that ice cream, but you can't eat it every night. You can't eat all them chips every night and then get into bed. And you can't. I know so many people that eat dinner at 9 p.m. and then they get into bed. We shouldn't even be eating dinner after 6 o'clock. Just eat a bowl of cereal. And I don't mean the whole box. So if we want that change, we got to be that change. And we have to be consistent with it. But we can do it. We can do it. A better life. Many of us are so accustomed to receiving that we never think about giving. And that's the key to a better life. Giving from your heart. Always be thinking, oh, what can I do for her? Oh, I'll go get your oatmeal this morning. You talking to your coworker. Oh, don't pay me back. It was only $2. I got it. Yeah, boss. I can make those copies for you. Yes, I'll stay a few hours late to do that. No problem. Yeah, I'll take mom to the doctor today since you sibling, you took her last week. No, I'll do dinner at my house this time. You guys did it last time. Some of us just take, never given. Just take, 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 take. Oh, I sure wish I had $1,500 because I need to pay my mortgage. Oh man, I don't get paid till so and I sure need some help. But those people who talk like that, most times they're always going through that. It's a vicious cycle every month. They're chasing a dollar. They're chasing a dollar. You know why they're chasing a dollar? Because they're never given a dollar. They're chasing a dollar because they never give. So every month they got money problems. But when you give, you get. You get. When you give of your time, somebody is there to give you their time. I came home today. My house is in disarray because it's either getting painted or the deck is getting restored. Thanks. Eric did a great job on my deck. I got to give him a shout out today. The house is in a disarray because of the things that are going on. And my daughter's boyfriend and my neighbor, who's like a son to me, they came over here tonight. What else you need, Mom? What else you need? Okay, we got this. Okay, you need this move. Okay. All right, that's why I was on late tonight. Everybody's just helping me get stuff done because I give. I was trying to get them to stay to eat dinner. I don't like for them to do stuff for me just to be doing stuff for me. I like to give back. You do something for me, I'm so appreciative. What can I do for you? I'm not going to sit here and just take from you. When people buy my books, I don't just throw a book in a bag. I give them a t-shirt. I give them a nice pen. I give them a nice quote. I give them a magnet. I give them something because I want to let them know I appreciate you so much because you didn't have to do this. Give. You want more, so give more. Whatever you want in life, give that. And you'll get what you want in life. It's really that simple. Now, it doesn't happen in your time. It doesn't happen in my time. But it will happen. It will happen. A bad relationship. How many of us have been in bad relationships? And we be on the phone, especially the women, the roses. Girl, he just coming home. It's 2 a.m. I'm tired of this. And the girlfriend says, well, She tired. She want to get off the phone. This woman been complaining, talking about this man for the last 2 hours, and she wants to go to bed. So she said, well, he's been doing this a long time now. You need to just, either deal with it or talk to him and tell him you've had enough. Yeah, girl, I had enough. But she said, well, you told me that last year that you was going to put your foot down and you was going to put him out. Now he's still doing it a year later. What you going to do about it? Girl, this is it. I'm going to tell him he out of here because I'm tired of putting up with all his mess. You want change. You got to be the change. You know why people hurt us? Because we allow it. We have to teach people how to treat us. And if they don't treat us the way that we know we are supposed to be treated, then you don't need them in your life. And if you got to tell somebody 20 times, I don't appreciate when you come in my house at 2 a.m. in the morning, your house too. It ain't even y'all's house. It's your house. I don't appreciate you coming in my house at 2 o'clock in the morning and I've had enough of this. And he said, yeah, okay. All right. Because you done told him that 15, 20 times. At this point, he's not paying any attention to you. You're nagging him. But when actions speak, you're just telling him you got to go because I refuse to be treated disrespectfully anymore in my life. I'm done with this. Anytime you want to change because somebody is hurting you consistently, let them go. Don't keep saying, every time I come pick you up, you 2 hours late, and this function was really important to me. And I'm talking about a man to a woman. You be in the mirror too long, and I got to do this, and I got to do this, and this was important. This was my boss, and you made me late. I can't keep doing this. Why are you still with her? If she's not your wife and you're dating her, why are you still dating her? If she doesn't respect your time and respect the fact that you're going to a business engagement and you out of courtesy, she cannot get dressed earlier to make sure you don't be late. She doesn't care. She doesn't care about you. So what are you going to do about it? You're going to keep nagging? Keep complaining about it? Or are you going to make a difference and say, hey, this is not working? Because if she's doing this to you now, the disrespect will only get more as you marry her. And I don't know why we think we can change people. This topic tonight is about changing ourselves. It is not about changing somebody else. That's not your job. That is God's job. God created us. It's his job to fix us. And he can't fix us if y'all don't want to be fixed. And I say y'all in that because I'm daily trying to make me better. And that's our job, to improve ourselves. But it's not our job to improve somebody else and change somebody else. That's not our place. It's not our place. So if you're in a relationship and things are just crappy, and they're always crappy, but you love that person, and that person is not working to change, and you all aren't growing, why are you with that person? Why? And if it's a stagnant marriage, go get some therapy. Stop being so stubborn. I don't do therapy. I'm not getting anybody in my business. I'm not going to do that. You do therapy. How are you going to send your wife to therapy and you are not going to go to therapy? And how are you going to say she crazy and you good? You married her, so you got to be crazy too. So go get therapy together so that you all can mend what is broken, and you can mend your relationship so that you can be one of those successful marriages that last for 40 years, 50 years, 60 years, 75, and so forth. Do what you got to do. Put in the time, put in the effort. Stop being so bitter. But whatever you do, you cannot change somebody else. And women, stop thinking, oh, I get him, I'm gonna marry him, I'm gonna change him when he say I do. No, you not. What you don't like in him now is gonna be worse when you all get together, because he's gonna be comfortable, and vice versa. So don't do it. Like the good and the bad and the ugly before you get married. Appreciate that person for what they are, not for you figuring out what you're going to be able to change, because you won't be successful. I know, because I tried changing everybody. I figured if I can change myself, I can change them. I can change everybody. I can change the world. It got me in a lot of trouble. That got me a nervous breakdown. That got me a whole lot of stuff. Can't change anybody. You can only change yourself. So we talked about change tonight. We talked about how we can make those changes to be who we want to be. If we want to be somebody else, if we want to be that best person that we can be, that's that other person. And I always want to be that best person. I hope you do too. We can do it. And give from your heart. A lady told me that she went out on a date and the guy told her, I'm opening the door for you. So the least you can do is reach over and open the door for me. Dude, you just got to click. The oldest car in America now has a click and the door pops open. But she said he wanted her to reach over. She's got short arms. Reach over and open the door. So all he has to do is swing the door open when he comes back on his side of the car. That's a lot of effort. Dude is saying, if I do something special for you, you better do something special for me. I'm not doing this unless it's 50-50. We got work to do. We got a lot of work to do. Met another young lady who says she always dresses up for her man. And when they go out, she comes down the steps expecting him to say, woo, way you look good. He glares at her. He just glares. So it makes her feel uncomfortable, like, what am I doing wrong? Maybe I don't look good. Maybe I'm ugly. Maybe I didn't apply my makeup right. Maybe I don't have on the right attire. Maybe he just doesn't like me. We got to be that change we want, because maybe he not the one for her. And dude who got an issue with opening the door, if she doesn't open his door, maybe she shouldn't be dating him. And if we all start acting that way, people will change. People will start being better on their game instead of being laxed on their game. Because right now they're laxed on their game. I know another person who is gone through a breakup, and the man that they broke up with keeps calling her, telling her he's moved on, but he's torn. But he's sort of boasting to her he moved on, but he doesn't really know if he's done the right thing. But he's calling her, breaking her heart every time she takes the call, to tell her, I think I'm confused. I don't know where I should be. I don't know if I should be with you or I should be with her. Dude, stay where you are. And young lady, don't accept his phone calls. Because if he broke up with you and moved in with somebody else overnight, he was with that person anyway. He was never with you. He was all over the place. We can't change people. We can only change ourselves. And whatever we want out of life, we better be that ourselves. And you have a better chance of attracting who you deserve in your life if you are who you're supposed to be in your life. So focus on you. Focus on positiveness. Focus on striving to be who you want to be. And change, my friend, my brother, my sister. It's okay. It's not going to kill you. All it is a first step. That's all change is a first step. My girlfriend from years, Francine, hello, beautiful. Tell her to stop answering the phone. Exactly. Why do we set ourselves up for pain and failure? Why, when we know it's not good for us, when we know we hurt, when we know it makes us unhappy, when we know it makes us argue? Do you know if you're in a relationship and you're arguing all the time, that's a sign, a key indicator that that person is not for you. You don't need that. And if you're my age, 57, why do you want that? And you know something else? I've also met some 60-year-old men who are playing the field, who are out there just playing, out there just having sex with everybody, out there just lying to everybody in their 60s. You want change, you better be the change. And if many of us be that change, I'm telling you, it's going to change people. Because at some point they'll say, oh, you better not go over there because she's not going to tolerate it. Better not go over there because she's not going to tolerate it either. So if that young lady who is now dating that jerk who was hurting that girl with the phone calls, if she said, you just left your girlfriend and now you over my house, dude, are you a homosexual? What you doing? Just swinging it around everywhere trying to find a place to live? Now you think it's my turn? And see, if she didn't let him in her house, then dude would have to start looking in the mirror and check himself. But because homegirl took him in, it's a vicious cycle. He's not going to change. When she recognizes he's a jerk, by that time he would have found somebody else. It's a vicious cycle. But if women start standing up and saying enough is enough, if you hurt her, who's to say 2 months from now you won't do the same to me? No, that's okay. Because, ladies, if a woman has been cheated on by a man and you are aware of this and you're the guilty party on the other side of that, what makes you think tomorrow he's not going to cheat on you? Why you think you're better than that other woman? That I'll never understand. Why do you think you are better than that other woman? Why do you think he can cheat on her, but he would never do that to me? Why you think you're so special? compared to that woman. He'll cheat on you too. And then when you get tired of him, he'll cheat on you with the other person. So that way he'll have an easy exit. That's how they do. I ain't talking about the good guys. I'm talking about the bad guys. And women, you got a good man and you want him to man up, be tough. He acting too nice. You feel like he too nice and you not interested in him. What is wrong with you? A nice man will never hurt you. A nice man is trying to grow with you. A nice man is respectful. A nice man is trying to get to know who you are and give you the pleasures of your heart. And you don't like him because he goofy, because he nice, he nerdy. You want a cool Mo D. Wow. You want change, you got to be the change. You got to be that change that you want. All right, y'all. I ain't keeping y'all no 60 minutes tonight. I just want to say I love you. I thank you for coming on. I thank you for being there with me. John, thank you so much. John is my graphic artist. He is tremendously brilliant. He's helped me with majority of all of my t-shirts and the designs, the website, everything. Be the Rose conference is going to be phenomenal. It is September the 21st in Bowie. It's for the ladies. We want to celebrate you. We want to remove those thorns that have been holding you back, holding us back from being that best, beautiful rose that God has intended for us to be. We got to let go of all that pain, all that stuff that's just eating at us. I have a friend who has not been on a date or been in a relationship in 12 years because some man beat her up. 12 years. No contact, no conversation on the phone, no nothing. I'm done. I'm spent. No more ever again in life. I'm fine the way I am. I got money. I got my own place. I got my own car. I got a good job. I'm retired from the military. I don't need no man. Okay. Remove that thorn, baby girl. You do need a man. You need companionship. We ain't supposed to be in this world by ourselves. We're supposed to have companionship. So you don't want to miss this gathering. We're going to party all night. We're starting at 1:30. We have awesome speakers, awesome entertainment. It's going to be the bomb. I'm so excited about it. It's September 21st. Tickets are $35. Hit me up. I'll send you the Cash App. At the door is $45. No exceptions. It's gonna be awesome. We're planning it now. We're gonna party. We have a DJ. It's not gonna be where you're sitting there. It's not that. Where you hear from a speaker and then you get out of there. It's gonna be so engaging. What you deserve. What you deserve. Check me out on podcasts, Barbie's Real Talk, YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube station, YouTube station. WBGR, I am on tomorrow night, tomorrow afternoon, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on WBGR Online Radio, Gospel Radio. I am also going to transition to Sunday night because my job took me off my AWS day, which is an alternate work schedule where I had every other Friday off so I could do my radio on my time, free day, chill out, put your makeup on, put your outfit on, plan your topics for the day, meet your guests, and boom. But no, they had to take my AWS day. Who does that? But I had to be the change because the old me would have written up a complaint, would have sent it to the president of the organization, would have said, don't be messing with my day. Mm-mm. I ain't letting nobody ruffle my feathers. I'm 57 years old. It's time for a change. They want to take it away, they take it away. That's okay. I made adjustments, so now we're on for Sunday nights at 5:30 p.m. 5:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. I'm going to have some awesome guests coming up. Pastor Keith Battles and his wife. I tried to get them. I've been trying to get them for 6 months. They're coming on September 27th. I got Pastor Davis and his wife because I want to know about pastors and their wives. I want to interview them, talk about the things that they go through, and how does it work? How does she feel about him? All the women. Hey, pastor. um, how does she feel? How do they feel about that as being a first lady? I can't wait. This is going to be an awesome show. But a lot of things are happening. We have the Black Rose line for the men. It's going to be some hoodies, some nice t-shirts. Y'all, we are doing it. We're going to have some magnets coming out, more t-shirts for the women. It's going to be awesome. I'm so excited. Dennis says, when you realize you need to change the things in your life, it is then you need to structure yourself first in order to build the change of your desire within. I agree, Dennis, because when you want to see a change, you need structure. You need to write it out. You need to plan it. You need to stick to it. You need to be consistent. You need to take that first step and watch all those other steps just come into play. And then you would have made that change. And it can happen. But you got to want it to happen. You got to make it happen. You got to be the change that you desire in your heart. And you can do it. Thank you, Dennis. Thank you, Francine. Thank you, John. Thank you all for joining tonight. I hope you learned something. If you did, please say you did. Share it with your friends and family. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and stay in touch. Buy some tickets. If you know a woman who you know needs to go, gentlemen, send them. Pay for them. Let them know Tanya Barbie's going to take care of them. This rose is going to take care of another rose. All right, you guys. Have a great evening. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for joining me tonight. And again, I hope you share. I hope you got something out of this. And I hope you apply what you got out of this. And one more thing I wanted to say we can change. I hear a lot of people say, my credit messed up. Okay. I done lost a $350,000 home. Back then, that was big. But we almost went through foreclosure. That was terrible for me because that was our dream home that we had built. It just broke my heart to know that we lost that home. That was about 30, won't that long ago. That was like 27 years ago. In fact, just as long. But had to rebuild. Had to rebuild my credit, had to make some changes, had to restructure, had to pay off things. Spent a lot the last 2 years because of book writing, getting the business off the ground, buying all these T-shirts and other products, and buying services. So I used up credit cards. Guess what you have to do? You have to stop shopping. You have to pay down your debt. Stop buying clothes that you know you don't need. Sell the clothes that you do not use and apply that money towards your debt. Stop going to the grocery store every 5 minutes. You know you don't need all that food. And make some adjustments. And call all your creditors and say, hey, I can only pay you $10. And pay them $10 until you get it paid off. But eventually you can get your credit right so you can get whatever you're trying to get. So stop complaining. I ain't got no good credit. Get your credit good. I'll help you for free. Just reach out. Eric Rohn is on the call, on the live tonight. Eric, my deck is beautiful. I've put my lights out there. I'm going to have a happy hour. I hope you and your wife can come. I am so proud of my deck. I'm going to take pictures and put it on your site because I like giving back when people take care. What I tell y'all, how I look saying, well, I gave him his money. Why I need to put my pictures on his site to let people know he did a good job? I paid him. He must have done a good. Why can't I add to paying him for his services and show pictures to validate? Because they don't know I paid him. They don't know our relationship. So why wouldn't I go the extra mile to show my pictures, to show evidence that I am pleased with the work that Eric did for my backyard, my deck. Eric, my deck has never looked that good. When I went out there last night, okay, I'm about to get teared up because my deck has never looked that good. I've had it painted at least 10 times since I've been here. And all they did was spatter paint on top of what was already spattered on. You made it look like it's brand new. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I'm so grateful that you're on tonight. So thank you so much. I owe you those pictures. I need to be home to take the pictures. But it is beautiful. It is so beautiful. I'm just so excited. So again, you guys, thank you for joining. We got to be that change that we want in our lives. Be that change that you want. Don't be trying to change no spouse. Don't be trying to change no boyfriend, no girlfriend. And stop nagging women. Stop nagging these men who are disrespecting you. Leave them alone. Do you know I still have married men calling me? How you doing? You can we get together? I ain't seen you in what has been? What 15, 20 years? Girl, I'll be seeing you on Facebook. Can I just take you out to dinner? No. Take me out for what? Is your wife coming? No. They will use any opportunity. Don't fall for the game. Don't do it. Respect yourself. You want change, be the change. Because what happens if you get all connected with this person and then the next thing you know, you're having an affair? Next thing you know, he left me. He ain't even with me for Christmas. All he did was drop off some gifts. Now I'm in here by myself. Whose fault is that? He's a married man. He can't spend no time with you like that. He got to go home and be with his wife and his kids. So you're just wasting your time and you're disrupting a family. Don't do that, because all that is bad karma on you. Don't waste your time. Be the change that you want. Be the change. Be that person that you want to be. And just take those minor steps and watch how God blesses you. Watch. I'm a living witness. I'm a sister who went from welfare to 6 figures. It is what it is. But I took those first steps to get there. And I've been good to people. And good comes back to you when you're good to people. Who says you're not going to get on that roller coaster ride and go backwards? Who says you're not going to fall and go 100 feet straight down? Who says? It's part of life. Just hold on. You'll eventually rise and then mellow out and be where you want to be. But you can't stop. You cannot stop. You got to take that first step, and you got to have faith that you can do it. All right, y'all. It's 55 minutes and 13 seconds worth of live of Tanya Barbie. I am still a rose at 57 years old. Woohoo! And so are you. And that goes for the Black Rose, our beautiful Black men. So thank you for joining. Thank you, Eric, for that beautiful deck. I'll be talking to you all next week. Don't forget tomorrow to tune in to WBGR, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I can't wait to see you all again. And don't forget, if you haven't bought your ticket to Be the Rose Gathering, it's September 21st. And don't be coming to me when tickets sell out, because I can't be having everybody in there like roaches. It's got to be just enough, because it's going to be an intimate setting. I'm not in there trying to pile in 100 people. I want it very intimate and relaxing, and we're going to spoil you rotten. Makeup artists, everybody. It's just going to be awesome. So thank you again tonight, and I'll see you all soon. Good night.